Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my February wrap up. I had a really good reading month. I had a lot of books that I read that I liked a whole lot. Only one that I did not like at all. So let's just get into what I read. I kept track of them on my phone. I got a new app called My Books that I'm trying out to see if I like it or not, and so far so good. So yeah, let's see what I read. I started the month with I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. And sadly, this was the one book that I did not like. I didn't like it at all. Actually, it made me really mad. So mad that I went looking for other people that didn't like it either. And I discovered that PickeHeartsBooks, I think that's what her channel name is, she was not a fan of it either. And seeing her rant about it made me feel a little bit better about my feelings for it, so that was fun. So the book is basically about a couple who are on a road trip to go visit the guy's parents, and so a lot of the book takes place in the car on this road trip, and the talking between the two, the mindless chatter that was going on between them, drove me crazy. I kept thinking to myself, like, okay, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Because if we're not, I'm gonna make you stop the car because I want to get out. I don't want to be in the car with you people. I couldn't stand the people or the stuff they were talking about. I also guessed the ending pretty early on, and I thought to myself, oh, I hope that's not it. I hope that's not where the story goes. And that's where the story went, and I just was not happy about it. So yeah, I'm one of the few that did not like that book. Sorry about that, because I know a lot of people love it. The next one I read was My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier. I actually listened to that on the Scribd app, and I really liked it. I didn't like it as much as Rebecca. Rebecca was one of my favorite books that I read last year, but it was still really good. There's a movie for this book, and I saw the movie last year, and the movie stayed pretty true to the book. They're very similar, so if you saw the movie, you basically know the whole book. But I just really love Daphne du Maurier's writing style. She has a very beautiful writing style, and the way that she describes places, especially. Part of the book takes place in I want to say Florence, Italy, could be wrong, but somewhere in Italy, and I really felt like I was there, and I just loved it. So I gave that book 4 stars, where I gave Rebecca 5, but it's still a great read. Next, I read The Haunting of Ashburn House by Darcy Coates. I read this on my Kindle. I just found my paperweight recently, and I'm so glad that I did, because reading is so much easier for me on my Kindle, because I can make the writing as big as I need it to be. So it's just really helpful. Plus, I feel like I read faster on the Kindle for some reason. I don't know why that is, but I was able to fly through this book and the next one I'm going to talk about. This was a ghost story, and it was fantastic. It was one of the best ghost stories I've read. It definitely was chilling. There was some parts that I was pretty darn scared for the main character. I was really scared for the main character and her pet. She had a cat that I just really loved. If you like ghost stories or hauntings, anything like that, I would totally recommend this book. It is awesome. Because of how much I liked The Haunting of Ashburn House, I picked up Craven Manor, which is by the same author. That book was really good too. Again, it's a ghost story, but I didn't like it as much as I liked Ashburn House. I think just because of the main character in the book, who I liked. I just didn't like him as much as the main character in the first book. I also didn't like the storyline or the plot as much as in the first book, but it was still a really good read. Still a great book for anyone who likes hauntings or ghost stories, and I gave that book 4 stars. Definitely going to be picking up more books by Darcy Coates in the future. Throughout the month, I listened to Needful Things by Stephen King. That was the Harrowing Horror Book Club pick from Cammie's Corner, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite Stephen King books. I read this book like 20 years ago, but I really didn't remember much of it at all. So I'm really glad that through her book club I was able to reread the book, especially with Cami, because it's always fun buddy reading. But I really did love the storyline. It's about this old creepy man who moves into this town in Maine, sets up shop called Needful Things, and he basically sells or trades things that people feel like they have to have and they would do anything for. And that starts off a very crazy series of events in the town. Parts of the book were really incredibly sad, especially for me because I'm dealing with depression and one of the main characters is dealing with it also, and the way he described it was spot on. And so some parts were really difficult, but then there were some parts that I found incredibly funny and I was laughing out loud. I won't give spoilers, but there's a scene between a group of Baptists and a group of Catholics that had me just rolling. It was so funny. But yeah, I love that book and I give it 5 stars. Oh, also I wanted to mention I watched the movie because there's a movie adaptation for it. Did not like the movie. They changed a lot in the movie and I didn't think they were good changes. I really did prefer the book to the movie. I started Heart Shaped Box by Joe Hill, but I didn't finish it, so I think I'm just gonna throw that into whatever monthly wrap up I do finish it in. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it in March or not. I might just shelve it and pick it back up later because it is one of the books that is going to come up for Harrowing Horror at some point, and I don't know why, but I've kind of lost interest in it. No real reason. I'm just not like rushing to pick it back up, so I might shelve that one. I also listened to the majority of And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, but I technically finished it today, which is March 1st, so maybe I will talk about my thoughts for that book at the end of March. So that is all the books that I read this month. It was a really good month for reading for me. Hopefully it was for you guys as well. Hope you guys are having a great day and I will see y'all soon. Bye.